Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so, Valdez.
But they could.
I mean, technically, actually could. It wouldn't be necessarily bad, but
It's not against the rules.
I hope we get a chem.
Is red more of a brown or a red? Did I say red? Is maroon more of a brown or a red?
Might be more of a dead.
He's very dead.
Oh no!
How did that happen?
Oh no no no! Well,
Actually, it's doo-doo.
Fully commit to try to get the 3. At least 2 should be possible here. If Bulldog positions well, they just want to get this one without smite. That's successful. So now they're guaranteed 2, and I think with the setup here with the Talia, they just cannot contest. So it should actually be the full 3. Really well played here from DNF using that early prio. Cool stuff. No fighting, no action, but dead grubs.
Dead grubs, no dead Drake. So bro does still take the cake, but there was a while there where DNF were like, hey, maybe they're actually trying to take the crown of most passive team.
Redemption arc for Rich.
He's got an Alistair, and now we've got Needles. Do they have the damage? I'm not so sure. And Andal just going in now, but the flash comes down, and a little bit more from the Jace, but you can see that Andal taking up so much damage, getting very close. Rich decides to flash after. Thought he would take another turret shot and it would kill him.
As the turret aggro like shows for a second.
I hate being in potentially danger.
You know, I mean, he was in potentially danger.
That is what we saw there.
Yeah.
Yes, potentially danger.
Now he doesn't have flash, but he was able to secure the kill. So that's a good thing for DRX.
One team got 1 kill. They were ahead 400 golds. The other team got another kill, tied up the gold exactly.
But Pioshik has 100% objective control, objectively speaking. Because
literally
3 grubs
yes.
and the dragon. So it is.
In a different way.
It is.
It's kind of like that. Okay, wait. We're going to go for a kill here. Doo-doo in a bit of trouble. He does have needles and flash and miss, but is it enough to get out? Are the resistances high enough? Yes, they are. So no kill here for Rich, but it is going to be the turret.
Yeah, and that'll be a feat of strength here to DRX. So despite losing all the objectives, still just 2 kills away, or like potentially 3 full objectives in a row, which they aren't going to get, away from feats of strength themselves. These feats of strength are going to go over, or the objective feat of strength is going to go over to DNF, objectively speaking.
Yes.
When they collect this Herald. And there it is.
There you go.
Okay. That's okay.
It's a champion ability.
All right.
Yeah. It's something that you have to use skillfully and plan for.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
You have to be in the right position. You have to try to hit as many people as possible. You
So
have to
if
do it in the right direction. You have to have the right timing, right?
Do you think Chronicler believes in blessings if he doesn't believe in curses?
Probably not. I'm not sure what Chronicler believes in, except a good cup of coffee and a visual novel.
Okay.
That's really all I know.
Well, off of this aggressive play, they are able to utilize the Herald, grab a turret, and without killing any players, without killing any champions, you know, put some money in the pockets, even out the gold a little bit. Doo-doo looking for another turret down here. See if he gets punished. He does have flash this time, and will be able to miss the blast.
Now we have the Engage Hextech Gates coming in here, and yeah, that's going to be very nice. Doo-doo goes down. And I wonder if he still dies even if Andal's not there.
Yeah,
That's the only question I would have.
I think it would just take a little bit longer, probably. Oh. At least it didn't flash. Bulldog will get this turret, so they get the bottom turret, they get the top turret. So a lot of gold here for DNF, keeping the gold relatively even. Tech Soul, which is very valuable. As Rich is going to see that TP and say, thank you very much. I'm just going to exit.
Okay.
They are aware of it.
All right, they're just going to try to go for the turn, but Andal's the one engaging. That's onto a brawl. Not a lot of damage going there. Life able to get away, and now we got this massive culling. Andal going to be pushed away. Sponge half health. I think they just get it here, unless Rich somehow steals it. Oh, the flash in Sponge from miles away from downtown, able to steal the Otacon. And that might just be the nail in the coffin on this fight. 2 kills go to DRX, and they get the objective. DNF up against the wall, up against a rock and hard place here.
Yeah, this one was a bit of a, I don't know, Valdez, like that. They run warped away, but they were still close enough, and you didn't have the damage, DNF, at this point to rush this one down. They didn't have any control. You know, if Rich's Shock Blast hits, I mean, that might have, if it was a little bit lower, it might have actually been the steal.
It was actually Wind becomes Lightning and then Flash.
Yeah, well, I mean.
And then he, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit heartbreaking, unfortunately, but,
you know.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like as you'd expect, to be honest.
I guess, yeah, that is true. We're just going to get up against the wall, and LazyFeel is not going to flash, so instead he's going to elect to die. Generally not the right call, and he will pay for it.
No, but
Fox isn't here today, but he's here in spirit, so we need to know. The engage on the Bulldog, very nice flash away, and now the engage comes out from DNF, but Sponge is unkillable, so is Ondil. Going to take them a while to get through this front line. Pyosik also has to flash. Now Dudu gets into that back line. Ondil finally goes down. As now we got some big deals on that front line. Rich has to flash away, and in comes Bulldog, but he doesn't have any mana, and they just TP away.
How do you feel about Realm Warp as a disengage ultimate?
Not a big fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this time I think they will do the Baron. This time I think it is 100% warranted. Ondil is dead. Everybody's low health. Even with TP available for UCal, it's so hard to challenge. They are going to try to challenge anyways, as this is going to get wild.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to come in here, but can they actually get in? It's a double kill for the Jace already! And this time they pull the trigger on the Baron, and it's the absolutely worst call they could have done.
I mean, they didn't check, they just tried to rush it. They didn't do their due diligence on checking around the pit, seeing where teleports had come through, or perhaps they weren't tracking the teleport timers. I think you could start the Baron there, but you certainly cannot try to finish it.
Well, Bulldog's dead too.
All right, well, unfortunately, DNF's biggest enemies in this game seem to be the objectives. In the early game, they got the feats of strength on objectives. So many
well,
it would have been really cool. It would have been really cool if he was able to get the Penta, but they certainly may win the game. Indeed, Valdez. They got the Baron. They have Hextech, Soul Point, Reviving, but they did not do that.
Okay.
Ondil has Flash and he doesn't care.
He's gonna ult. He's gonna play it safe.
He cares a little bit.
You saw what happened to LazyFeel earlier. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna press my buttons. And from this far ahead, it's definitely the right call.
And they've done their due diligence. They have vision here in the center as well.
We're just going mid. Okay. I was like, where's that going? Yeah, just in the mid lane.
They want to guarantee the inhibitor, and they will. And there's only 30 seconds left. They could try to 5-man the bottom lane as well. And for DNF, they're just not really able to leave their base here. And
bit of damage on the Sponge, but that's Xin Zhao. They're all going to get in there with him, though, and try to burst him down. Heal comes out from the Senna, but Lucian, very good at dashing in and just taking names. So Sponge, weird spot, no flash.
Because they have all of their inner turrets still up.
He got inner turrets, he got center rise, and yeah, they're just gonna send it here. Tons of damage already. LazyFeel trades with him. Pyosik tries to go in, but there's not a lot of follow-up. Immediately just dies. UCal's got a arm guard here. He is going to stay alive, and they're just peeling, but we do have UCal hitting the floor. Nice knock up here from Ondil, and now Sponge trying to zone on the left side here. He's getting incredibly low, but really it's just Berserker they gotta worry about, and finally they put him down. And that should be the end of that. DRX win a big team fight in mid.
Yeah. Win it right before both of those objectives. We don't even have the objectives. We don't even have that Hextech Soul Baron. And Berserker, I don't know how much better he could have played that situation given what he had. He's the only gold lead here. It's the Berserker Stripe. 3,200 gold ahead of his opposition here. It's a Senna, to be fair. He tried his best, but they will crumble around him, and he will be the last to fall as DRX will take the win here in game number 1. The comp here from D and Freecs feels like it's a draft where, in theory, you could, if you play really well, control all 3 lanes. There was a time when Azir got nerfed, and I feel like he wasn't meta for 2 weeks, 1 patch.
No, it was like a good 6 months.
When? 6 months?
I think it was like the beginning of 2024, maybe?
6 weeks, maybe.
You
sure you don't mean 6 hours?
Maybe it was 6 days, I don't know.
I feel like 90% of metas, Azir is B1able.
Is Rich?
This is a bit of an awkward fight here for DNF. Okay, I think it's a wise choice to just back out of this one. Because UCal does have his ultimate available still. Wei is looking for a kill on the Scion.
I mean, he doesn't have ult, so maybe. But with the shields, okay, nice fear.
Passive.
Rich in a bit of trouble, I think. He's going the wrong way. The Trundle is also coming. And the only question is who gets the kill. It will be first blood to Bulldog.
Like a javelin.
It has to be a skill shot because if it gets updated nowadays, everything is a skill shot.
Yeah.
This is real Andil, just running forward and ulting them. And, you know, he's going to do a lot of damage. I don't know if he's getting away.
No.
Good effort there. I know you're Andil, not
good
effort, but, like, good try.
I think really good reaction there from the DN Freecs. There really wasn't follow-up, and so they killed him. And that's a Callista picking up a kill. Feels nice. Picking up a dragon. All right, well, wasn't quite the early dragon I had in mind. Transforming a Seraphs. Didn't have the shield just yet. Okay, here we go. Here's an angle. Here's an angle for that angle.
We're getting some damage in. And that Nico comes over the top, though, and now Pioche pretty tanky, though, and now the hostile takeover does so much, but this Ezreal is still alive and already has a double kill and is chasing them down with double buff.
And with no ult and no flash and no real item, I don't know if Bulldog should be around here, but he stays. Gets slowed.
Engage. It's okay, he was just showing him who's boss. And now we're going to have a root come down on Dudu, who is 100 to 0 almost immediately. And, oh, okay, well, there he goes. And now Lazyfield comes in and just massacres them alongside a Sponge, who picks up the triple. And they got the Rift Herald. DRX, they finally found a fight.
But it doesn't get better. They're already behind pretty massively in this one. And the enemy team is about to hit 2 items on the Ezreal. I mean, they have the items locked in, just has to transform it. 2 items here for Yukal, the Rylai's build that's taken over.
Yukal, like, missed 2 melees. We saw Rich miss another cannon in top. But it doesn't matter, because they are just that far ahead.
They don't miss the cannon, or rather the turret.
It's pretty difficult to miss the turret, I think.
So
I'm glad they hit that one.
They did get that one.
Angle back in the game.
Who is going to engage? Who is going to get in there?
The pillar.
Not the Ambessa that's not there, right?
We're engaging on a Bulldog instead. We're just turning off of this one. The follow-up from Yukal is huge, and he's got an arm guard now. And he has his wall, and there's not much that Piercy can do to him. That's a kill though to Berserker. He's bouncing around on the bottom side. He picks up another one. Wait a second here, DNF. They are winning this fight. Rich, he's got a lot of sticks in him, and it doesn't look like he's getting away either. That's going to be the DNF team fight win with a triple kill to Berserker.
Rich is buying a little bit of time here. Everyone's super low, but I think they should still be able to get this. They have Smite, they have the Ren for Berserker once that one comes back online, and Berserker once again on this Callista that they picked red side for is going to get some work done. And that's the way back into the game, I suppose, is Dudu just dashing through everyone while Berserker goes low, but all right, maybe it's happening. Maybe it's happening.
It's definitely winnable here for DNF. As, okay, just ulting in maybe the...
And some low health bars here for DNF make this a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Rich is so tanky. It's Thornmail as well.
We don't have Subjugate either anymore. He used it before. And, I mean, the ult's going to come in. Ondo's a bit low, but now the Pantheon ult's way over the top. Sponge is going in, and he's going down. So he went in, he showed him who's boss, and then he died. Very close, actually. DNF with the Otacon buff. I feel like they are in a better spot. More dragons on top of it, too. And, you know, their gold is in the right spot. Berserker getting pretty fed after that last fight as Rich going to bounce in the wrong direction. Might just be Chemtexel here. Sponge not able to get it. And a handshake on Yukal. Dudu going in. He's getting pretty low, though. Ondo not able to hit much except Bulldog. And Dudu's actually totally fine. They don't have the damage to take him out. And Yukal and Lazyfield just have to back away. Triple kill here for Dudu. As they also... Oh my god.
Be Baron. That's also Lazyfield doing a blue buff. But that's going to be Baron. They reserve to showcase that for a minute.
Apart. 3.5 items here for Dudu at 30 minutes. And the first time they've retaken the gold lead here in about 15. And yeah, they get the bottom turret. They're probably going to get this mid turret. Top turret, there's a big wave there. I don't know if they're going to look for that one, or maybe just keep pushing here.
Look, we don't need to 1-3-1, okay? Just keep it simple, DNF. Way to guarantee they can keep that pressure on. So I think if they went 1-3-1, you know, they might get that outer turret, but would not be able to get this inner. So just maximizing the more valuable gold here in this middle, in this mid lane. Berserker is the main character.
Yeah.
He is him right now, and he has to get it done. And because they're funneling resources through him into this turret, into what could be an inner turret take, this is correct from DNF.
All right, little play on a Dudu here as the turret's going to go down eventually. He just flashes the wall. Objective bounty, actually, here for DRX.
That's crazy. All right, they're going to look for backs here. Dudu stops one of them. Morgan will not be playing today. As Sponge is lurking.
Okay.
That's not the ult he was looking for.
UCal's just alone here. There's a TP coming in, but, like, there's only 3 of you.
I mean, Rich is so far away from everybody now. And I don't know about this one, DRX.
Okay, but DNF didn't want to engage either. Now Bulldog's in a weird spot. Oh no, not Bulldog. He's gone for free. And Rich will be taken out, though. Take a look at Berserker on the left. He is still full health, and he's got on top of Ondil here. The rest of the team fight up on the top side is going the way of DRX, but this Callista is a problem. It might not matter, though, as the rest of the team is just gone. And Berserker, he is going to cleanse, but can he get away from 3 of them? I'm not so sure. He goes in. It was his only hope, but it's not going to be it. The Quadra comes through, and that will be the end of this game, potentially. DRX will look to push the bottom lane.
Yeah, they have a wave here, and I'm not sure what it means over there on the picture-in-picture, but I think it is going to be a DRX
interpretive
2-0. And it looked just for a moment that DNF might be able to do it. It looked just for a moment like the woes of their objective fights were over. They punished Sponge so many times, but when the fight got weird, they could not respond. That fight, I mean, it really did get weird.
Sponge, all he has to do is keep him out. He's doing the right thing. He keeps Bulldog away, can't clear the wave, can't help the turrets. Down goes the Nexus, and UCal is losing his mind. A big team fight at the end.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.